Hello, மக்களே. Oops, I need to edit the thumbnail. Manage. Edit title, description, thumbnail. I wish I can change the thumbnail. What is happening to the stream? 1 second, guys. 1 second. I have encountered trouble. Sheesh. Properties. Reset. Okay. Close. Yes, I think now it should be fine. Cam. Transform, reset. Close. Yes. மக்களே, audio is clear. Hi. வணக்கம் 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 வணக்கம். Hello, black screen. Hello, how was your day? Hello, fine. Give us on already immediately went into give us some insights on yesterday's race. How are you, Agilan? Nice aesthetic setup. Thank you. I've put in some effort today to because I thought, like, if I'm going live, I should look nice at least. Nah? So let me just zoom in a little more. Shit. Oh man. Oh god. Yes. Okay. It should be fine, I think. Hello, funny friends vlogs. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? பிருத்வி விவாஷ் எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? இன்ஸ்டால ஞாபகம் இருக்குதா? விக்னேஸ்வரன் கண்டிப்பா. கைண்டா எக்கோ டபுள் வாய்ஸ். ஓ ஷிட், ரெண்டு வாய்ஸ் இருக்குதா? லெட் மீ மியூட் ஒன். ஓ yeah. இப்போ சிங்கிள் வாய்ஸ் கேட்குதா? இப்போ சொல்லுங்க. ஐ திங்க் நவ் ஒரு வாய்ஸ் தான் கேட்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன் மோஸ்ட்லி. இப்போ ஓகே? எஸ். அர்ஜுன் பிரபு சொல்லுங்க, ஆடியோ ஓகே தானே இப்போ? எஸ், நவ் கிளியர். தேங்க்யூ அர்ஜுன். எஸ். எப்படி இருக்கிறீங்க நீங்கள் எல்லோரும்? எஸ். ஸோ இன்னைக்கு என்ன பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு நினச்சேன் அப்படின்னா, ஸோ ஐ ஆக்சுவலி வாண்டட் டு டூ அ லாட் ஆஃப் டாக்கிங். ஏன்னா நான் சீரியஸாக சொல்கிறேன். ஐ ஷோ யூ த இன்ஸ்டாகிராம், என்னோட இன்ஸ்டா. ஓகே, நான் இந்த கொஸ்டின் கேட்டிருந்தேன். ஓகே, ஸோ தீஸ் ஆர் த ரெஸ்பான்சஸ். ஓகே, முதல்ல என்னோடய ஒய்ஃப் ஹாய் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் போட்டிருக்காங்க. அதை தவிர let us see if I can zoom in and bring in close. Okay, அதை தவிர if I were to just scroll, okay, okay, பாருங்க எவ்வளோ வந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்குது. இன்னும் வந்துட்டு இருக்குது பாருங்க. ஸோ ஜெனிவனாக ஏகப்பட்ட தாட்ஸ் அண்ட் கொஸ்டின்ஸ் நீங்கள் கொடுத்துருக்கீங்க. ஸோ ஐ தாட் ஐ வில் டெஃபினெட்லி கோ த்ரூ ஆல் ஆஃப் திஸ். நீங்கள் சேட்டில் போடுற கொஸ்டின்ஸும் மோஸ்ட்லி வந்து இந்த இதில் கவர் ஆகிருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அதனால் எஸ், when will we get to see Hadjar X Formula Tamil? See, if it happens, that's like the best day of my life. Hadjar அல்லது see, I know Max, if I meet Max, நான் வந்து என்ன, I will freeze. என்ன நடக்க போகுது, I will literally cry. But for now, yes, next anytime Red Bull invites me, I will go and I will meet him. சரியா? Will Russell win World Drivers Championship? See, ஜிங்க்ஸ் பண்ணிடக்கூடாது. பட் 2022 ரெகுலேஷன் சேஞ்ச் பண்ண உடனே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ரேஸில் வந்து யார் வின் பண்ணால் ஷார்ல் லெக்லர்க். சரியா? ஆனால் he did not win the drivers championship. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டெஸ்டிங்லையும் அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஃபியூ ரேசஸ் ஆஃப் த சீசனில் வந்து ஷார்ல் லெக்லர்க் லுக்ட் எபிக். சரியா? பட் obviously Red Bull fought back. அதுக்கப்புறம் மெர்சிடிஸ் வந்து ஃபைட்டே பண்ண முடியல. ஸோ இவென்ச்சுவலி இட் பிகேம் அ ரெட் புல் டாமினன்ட் சீசன். ஸோ ஒரு ரேஸை வச்சு கன்ஃபார்மாக சொல்ல முடியாது. பட் லுக்கிங் அட் ஹவு திங்ஸ் ஆர் கோயிங், ஜார்ஜ் ரசல் வில் பி தி like world champion. He will have a really really good season. World champion chances are really really high, 50% chance. I am bad bro because Aston Martin sucks, I hope. உங்களுக்கு F1 ஸ்டாட்ஸ் குரு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு இன்ஸ்டாகிராமர் தெரியும்ல, என் கூட சுந்தரம்னு சொல்லி குட் ஃப்ரெண்ட். சரியா? அவர் கூட பிக் ஃபெர்னாண்டோ அலோன்சோ ஃபேன். பட் like heartbreak mala heartbreak, he is traveling to a lot of races this year because he knows that this will probably be Fernando Alonso's last season abdina. So yes, all Aston Martin fans are like going through depression. Will there be different Grand Prix winners? I really hope so, my friend, because it has to, or else the season it will become like 2023. Only Max will win and nothing will happen. So yes, okay, konjo questions one by one pola. Brilliant racing versus purer cars, no electrification. முதல்ல நான் இன்றைக்கி ஒரு ரீல் போட்டிருந்தேன், பார்த்தீங்களா என்னன்னு தெரியல. ஸோ தட் ரீல் இஸ் அபவுட் பேட்ரி அண்ட் ஹவுஸ் லைக் பேட்ரியில் எப்படி மேனேஜ் பண்ணுறது, என்னெல்லாம் பேட்ரியில் காம்போனன்ட்ஸ் கூட இல்லை, ஐ மீன் எப்படி பவரை மெஷர் பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்காக ஒரு ரீல் போட்டிருந்தேன். ஐ நோ பியூரர் ரேசிங் வந்து வாட் இஸ் பியூரர் ரேசிங், ரைட்? ரேசிங் வந்து you have multiple categories. World Endurance Championship இருக்குது, World Rally Championships இருக்குது, IndyCar இருக்குது, அப்படி தானே? in the end of the day ரேசிங்னா என்ன, லைக் you have one racing series, அதில் உள்ள ரூல்ஸுக்கு உள்ள வந்து டிரைவர்ஸ் வந்து ஓட்டணும், அப்படி தானே? சம்டைம்ஸ் யூ லைக் த ரூல்ஸ், சம்டைம்ஸ் யூ டோன்ட் லைக் த ரூல்ஸ். இன்னொரு முக்கியமான விஷயம் a lot of people get wrong என்ன அப்படின்னா, why does Formula 1 exist? Especially in 2026, why does Formula 1 exist? In the end of the day, இது வந்து I am not happy this is the case, but Formula 1 exists because it's a great showcase for டெக்னிக்கல் அட்வான்ஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ். ஒரு கம்பெனி லைக் Audi வந்து ஏன் Formula 1 ப்ரையாரிட்டைஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க, ஏன் வந்து அவங்களோட இன்ஜின்ஸை வந்து க்ரியேட் பண்ணி அந்த காம்படிஷனுக்குள்ளே வர்றாங்க? பிகாஸ் இன் தி எண்ட் ஆஃப் த டே தே திங்க் இட் மைட் ஹெல்ப் தெம் செல் மோர் கார்ஸ், அப்படி தானே? ஸோ in the ecosystem right now in 2026 electric cars popular ஆகிட்டே இருக்குது ரைட். இந்தியாவில் கூட இப்போது ஏகப்பட்ட எலக்ட்ரிக் கார்ஸ் வந்துருச்சு. அட்லீஸ்ட் இன் ஹைதராபாத் வென் ஐ ஆம் டிரைவிங் டு ஒர்க் எவ்ரி டே ஐ சி லிட்ரலி ஹண்ட்ரட்ஸ் ஆஃப் எலக்ட்ரிக் கார்ஸ். சரியா, க்ரீன் கலர் நம்பர் பிளேட் போட்டு போகிறாங்க. சி we are in the ecosystem now and the change ஆயிடுச்சு ரைட். ஸோ when manufacturers want to participate அவங்களுக்கு வந்து they need to make a statement in Formula 1. அப்படின்னா Mercedes will like to have electrical engines, Audi will like to have electrical engines, Ferrari, see, they are a supercar manufacturer, so we are not the ideal target consumer, but Mercedes and Audi, like, see, we definitely are kind of target consumers. ஏன்னா இப்போ வந்து like growing up, like for example a lot of people have Mercedes as their dream car. ஏன்னா that was the car that brought Lewis Hamilton, who's their favorite driver, like 6 world championships. அப்படிதானே? So it is very very important that car manufacturers have a reason to be part of these kind of sporting events. And electric cars, like it or not, I don't like it, obviously. I am not defending electrification of Formula 1 at all. But it is inevitable, let's put it that way, right? இந்த வருஷம் இல்லைனாலும் அடுத்த வருஷம் வந்திருக்கும். With the popularity of all of these electric cars, eventually, like, we have to move to electric. But இந்த மாதிரி 50-50 பவர் இருக்கணுமா அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து I clearly think there could be a better way to do it. Maybe instead of going from 20%, they could have gone to 30-35%, right? 50% 50% இமீடியட்டாக ஜம்ப் பண்ணது வந்து இப்போ ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருந்த மாதிரி இருக்குது. மேபி ஸ்லோவாக they could have increased one more regulations வெயிட் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். பட் yeah, it is என்னோட ஒப்பீனியன் என்ன அப்படின்னா two things. I would have definitely loved to keep the electric power வந்து less than 20%, but reality in the marketல வந்து a lot of electric cars are becoming more and more popular. அப்படின்னா like every company wants to showcase that they have better electrical power technology. See, Mercedes in the regulationsல வந்து செமையா ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணது will definitely boost their stock price, will like not directly அந்த like you know stock tradingல வந்து price influence பண்ணாது, but eventually they can go and say, hey, we are the world constructors and drivers championship because we have the best electrical power unit, we designed it in house and it is the best in the world, so now buy our car, right? BMW already is doing really really well with electric power. So in the madri issues alla, if you take it, I think it is a very political move. I wish it remained, you know, internal combustion engine, but I don't think it will change anytime soon. Okay. Yes, chat la irundhu ipo edavadhu question pap. Are you rooting for Leclerc this year? See, I always root for Ferrari, okay? Ferrari, see, everybody is a Ferrari fan, okay? I know I am a huge Red Bull fan. Red Bull will be first, okay? In terms of brands, in terms of constructors, I think my second favorite will always be Ferrari. Because, see, Ferrari is the poster, right? Like, Ferrari is the car that everybody dreams to have. Ferrari is the... how do I say? Growing up, that's the name that you all hear, Ferrari, 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 right? Nobody, like, you know, like matta companies, like for example, Koenigsegg is like a very niche car company, but I learned about Koenigsegg only in like after watching Top Gear. So Ferrari na வந்து எனக்கு வந்து like almost always like the second favorite company. So definitely I root for Leclerc, I root for Hamilton. Now Hamilton Mercedes la irukumbodhu I did not root for Hamilton. I'm rooting for Hamilton because he's in Ferrari. Even though, see, I don't hate Hamilton at all. He's in my, I think he's my third or fourth favorite driver. But yeah, I hope Leclerc has a really good season. So yeah, let's look at some more questions. What is your point of view? Did Ferrari use their strategy properly in changing pits? Yes, the hot question. Ferrari's blunder in the uh, strategy, right? See, this is நீங்கள் போன வருஷம் வந்து கட்டார் ஜிபி நீங்கள் பார்த்துருந்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ரிமெம்பர் போன வருஷம் கட்டாரில் வந்து மேக்ஸ் வந்து தேர்ட் பிளேஸில் இருந்தார். பட் சடன்லி ஒரு பிட் செவன்த் லேப்லேயோ எயித் லேப்லேயோ வந்து ஹல்கன்பர்க் ஸ்பின் ஆனோடனே சேஃப்டி கார் ஆனோடனே வந்து த ஹோல் கிரிட் பிட்டட். பட் எக்ஸப்ட் ஃபார் த டூ மெக்லாரன்ஸில், ஏன்னா அவங்க ரெண்டு பேரும் லீட் பண்ணிகிட்டு இருந்தாங்க. பேசிக்லி everybody else did the opposite of what the lead cars did. அப்படி தானே? ஸோ இந்த இடத்துலையும் Ferrari made a mistake like that. See, Leclerc வந்து if they let him continue, I still think that is a doubtful case, right? You know, hit or miss. Now hindsightல வந்து இது வந்து நல்ல டிசிஷனா இல்லை பேட் டிசிஷனா அப்படிங்கிறது தெரியும். Because now after the race is over, obviously it looks like a bad decision. But அந்த டைமில் வந்து it's a split second decision. Like they only have 1 minute to make that decision or a choice. But mistake enna abdinana, they did not pit at least one of their drivers. See, any time you have a gamble situation, right, you have to sacrifice one driver or protect one driver. Like you have to make that decision. Adha Hamilton had a issue, and he also mentioned on the team radio la enna sonaru, you should have at least pit one of us abdina. Ena the basic strategy call over there is you protect your first driver and you pit the second driver in case of a gamble. Worst case scenario, the second driver will go ahead of the first driver. Idu vandu oru thadava I think this happened in Hungary also last season. Lando 4th placeல இருக்கிறாரு, ஆஸ்கர் first placeல இருக்கிறாரு. But a swap in strategy made them, I think a swap in a safety car and strategy, I think made Lando lead the race and Oscar went on to second. Oscar வந்து கடைசியில் hunt பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணாரு, he couldn't catch him, right? So இது வந்து expected. It is a very well played scenario. இது வந்து it should not be new for a team like Ferrari. They know what they are doing. They've been racing since 1950s. So to make a mistake in 2026 where when there is a virtual safety car, you don't pit one of your two drivers, I think that is a scam. It is one of the biggest scams. I don't understand how this team manages to give everyone a heartache every weekend. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so they missed. So the second pit stop, I think they got unlucky because virtual safety car வந்து போட்டாஸோட ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட் வரும்போது அவர் போட்டாஸ் வந்து அந்த டர்ன் 13-14 I think அந்த பிட் என்ட்ரிக்கு முன்னாடி உள்ள டர்னில் வந்து அவர் பார்க் பண்ணிட்டாரு. ஸோ the stewards had parked the car and they were rolling the car to the garage அப்படிங்கிறதுனால, not stewards, marshals, sorry, அப்படிங்கிறதுனால அது வந்து செகண்ட் பிட் ஸ்டாப், விஎஸ்சி பிட் ஸ்டாப் வந்து டெஃபினெட்லி ஃபெராரி became unlucky. ஆனால் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம், yeah, they should have pitted at least one car. This team, man. Okay, இன்னொரு வேற ஏதாவது ஒரு கொஸ்டின், லெட்ஸ் லோ. வாட் இஸ் யுவர் ப்ரெடிக்ஷன் ஃபார் ஆர்வித் திஸ் இயர்? எனக்கு வந்து லைக் ஐ காண்ட் பிலீவ், லைக் 1 week back I was shaking hands with Arvid Lindblad. 1 week back வந்து நான் வந்து அவர்கிட்ட பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தேன். And this boy just like, Sunday morning 9:30க்கு நான் வந்து அந்த ஹோட்டல் போயிருந்தேன், நான் மீட் பண்ணுற ஹோட்டலில். பை 11:30 I gave that gift to him and said, இது வந்து ஃபார்முலா தமிழன் கம்யூனிட்டியில் இருந்து அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. And by 11:30 this week, man had scored his first points, third youngest point scorer in Formula 1. என்னால் நம்பவே முடியல. Like, see, I was talking to him like 1 week back, exactly 7 days back. சரியா? So I think Arvid Lindblad has like one of the best surprise rookie. Not surprise. He did well in F2 and F3, but yeah, he's a nice catch. And see, I know this is something very very controversial. Okay, நான் நிறைய இடத்துல இந்த ஓஜி லைக் ஃபார்முலா ஒன் ஃபேன்ஸ்லாம் வந்து he is not, don't support him, he is not Indian, he is racing under a British flag அப்படிலாம் சொல்லியிருந்தாங்க. See, I am not saying this just because I met Arvid in person. நீங்கள் நினச்சி பாருங்க, like if your mom is Indian and your dad is Swedish, you had no control over your choice of nationality. Seriya? Second, you have an opportunity to tap into a Indian market. Third, most of your traditions are Indian anyway. அவங்க அம்மா வந்து I met his mom as well, right? அவங்க அம்மாவும் வந்து always in like proper Indian attire. அவங்க வந்து வெஸ்டர்ன் மாதிரியே தெரியல. அவங்க தாத்தா பாட்டி கூட நான் பார்த்துருந்தேன். சரியா? They all came to the Red Bull Moto Jam event. சரியா? They are all proper traditional Indians. சரியா? அவர் வந்து F3ல இருந்தே he had the Indian flag on his helmet. சரியா? இது வந்து F1க்கு வந்த பிறகு he is not doing something fake, right? அவர் வந்து மீடியாலேயோ அவர் வந்து லைக் Formula 3ல வந்துட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் he didn't make any choices to attract Indian audience. It is his heritage, right? So அவர் வந்து he is no less Indian. சரியா? He had no control over choosing who his family is going to be. So don't hate on him like, oh, he is not Indian, Indians should not support. No. He proudly wears the Indian flag, and our Swedish flag irukudhu side la, British flag irukudhu side la, nadula he has the Indian flag. He has recognized that he is Indian, he has Indian heritage. Maybe nationality, passport, yes, different, we don't care, right? Nobody is saying that he is the Indian Formula 1 driver. We have Karun, we have Naren Karthikeyan, we have Kush Maini, we have Jihan Darwala, who I don't think he is racing anymore. But yes, there are proper Indians who were there. But this does not make him any less Indian. So we shouldn't be very rude, or we shouldn't be very harsh on Arvid just because he's technically not Indian. Seriya? Everybody races with different. Max races with a different passport. Alex Albon races with a different passport. It happens. Chatல இருந்து என்ன சொல்றாங்க? Did you see Colapinto's reaction? See, Colapinto might not have a lot of fans in India. Our Argentine driver, definitely anga nariya fans irukku, but he might, Alpine also might not have a lot of fans. But under Formula 1 drivers are built different, okay? Our reaction times are built different, and the reaction is epic. Like, I don't think anyone other than a trained Formula 1 driver could have made that save. Milliseconds he avoided crash. Adu mattum illa, see, he drove to the right to avoid Liam Lawson. Right side la enna irukudhu, wall irukudhu, and he managed to avoid the wall as well. Oh my god, that was one epic save. Now the replay paatha paragu, like I was stunned. Monaco la Hadjar also had one such save. And the Monaco tunnel la munadi or car slow up poitu irukumbodhu Hadjar full speed la and irukumbodhu he avoided something. So I got the same feeling, right? Like just superhuman ability to react. So super impressed that Colapinto was safe. Super glad that Colapinto didn't get into a accident. Why can't Verstappen chase Norris though he has newer tires for the last 13 laps? He's consistently less than 1 second. I think Verstappen had a problem with his battery deployment. He literally used the F word to describe his battery deployment. That is the reason. I think there was another reason. So now one of the main questions நீங்க நிறைய பேர் ask பண்ணது, like, even in my even in my reel நிறைய பேர் comment பண்ணியிருந்தாங்க. See, if Mercedes has a good engine, McLaren also has the same engine, Williams have the same engine, Aston have the same engine, அப்படின்னா like they also should do well அப்படிதானே? Not necessarily. See, Mercedes can give you the engine, but there is something called as an engine mapping and soft. Like, see, in the version, biggest struggle with a lot of things is software use பண்ணி எப்படி power deploy. So there is a software that manages power deployment. Okay, I am not sure how it looks or what it does, but kandipa there must be options to map engine to specific power deployment map. Like, see, இவ்வளவுதான் எனக்கு தெரியும். But I do know for a fact software failure தான் வந்து both Max Verstappen and ஆஸ்கரோட கிராஷ்க்கு காரணம். Basically, let me just double check on Oscar's crash reason. Yeah, so suddenly he got, and the software mapping suddenly he got 100 kilowatt of power. That is almost 1/3 of the whole engine. So 1/3 of the whole battery. ஒரே ஸ்பாட்ல it all came to the engine, which means suddenly on the car accelerated ஆயிடுச்சு when he was trying to warm up the tires, basically, right? It was a drive that he was taking to go to the pit lane, grid position. So definitely that was a massive software failure. I think software is where every other manufacturer நம்ம இனிமே improve பண்ணணும், because engines are the same, at least for the Mercedes power unitல, but deployment ஒவ்வொரு டீமும் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டாக டிப்ளாய் பண்ணுறாங்க. அது மட்டும் இல்லை, there are different braking recharging strategies. சரியா? அதெல்லாம் see, it is best way to explain பண்ணுறது என்ன அனாலஜி யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்? It is like it's like an Apple phone versus an Android phone. சரியா? Basically, Apple phone you don't, like, always the thing is that you cannot do a lot of customization and personalization. Like, app icons இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும், like, whole aesthetic இந்த மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு. But Android phoneல நீங்கள் பார்த்துப்பீங்கன்னா, like, even though Google does a really good stock Android, நமக்கு ஏகப்பட்ட options. We can do so many home pages, we can change the icons, you can download icon packs and put அந்த மாதிரி, like, creatively நம்ம அந்த ஆண்ட்ராய்ட் ஃபோனில் ஏகப்பட்ட ஆப்ஷன்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணி விஷுவல்ஸ் எல்லாம் சேஞ்ச் பண்ணிக்கலாம். அதே மாதிரி தான் the software from Mercedes is, the engine from Mercedes, power unit from Mercedes is. See, அந்த யூனிட்டை கொடுப்பாங்க, and the software that manages the unit, everything comes as a package to the manufacturer, right? Engine team, right? Engine team illa, sorry, everything comes as a package to the team, like McLaren ko அல்லது Williams ko, Mercedes sell it as a package. But what they do with the package, like, it is all free, like, எப்படி அவங்க engine ஓட power output எல்லாம் like, மேப் பண்ணுறாங்க, எந்த பிரேக்கிங்கில் எப்படி ஹார்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறது, அந்த calibration, அதெல்லாம் definitely I think it is on the team. That's one of the main reasons why, even though same engine நிறைய நிறைய teams யூஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தாலும் they were not topping the, like, charts. And I like the fact that 3 engine manufacturers out of the 5 are the top 3, right? Mercedes, Red Bull and Ferrari, right? So it is actually really, really nice to see engine manufacturers doing well. இன்னொன்று See, when you manufacture something, you know the pros and cons of your own engine better than anybody else, right? Uh, but that doesn't mean engine manufacturers will always keep winning. And we clearly saw McLaren did amazing job with the same engine from Mercedes, but they figured out a better package, better setup. Adala, it still plays a huge difference. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Um, yes. How do you learn stuff, Hemant? I don't know, my friend. See, when you are obsessed with a sport, you just keep binging content and things like that. Um, if Lewis retires this year and Ollie replaces him in Fair, who do you think might be put in the Haas seat? I think there is a Japanese driver also that is in the academy or Ferrari academy or the reserve driver. Let's search for uh, Haas reserve driver. Wait, Jack Doohan and Ryo Hirakawa. Yes, I know this. I made a reel on him last year. Yes, ரெண்டு பேர் இருக்காங்க. So I think Haas has a lot of options. Jack Doohan, unfortunate, நீங்கள் Drive to Survive பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரிஞ்சிருக்கணும். He did not get to enjoy his time in Formula 1. So I definitely think Jack Doohan has a good thing. Like good potential. So he deserves a seat. Ah. The blundering by F1 TV graphics team needs to be studied. ரெண்டு இடத்துல Colapinto and go penalty. That was one funny thing. இன்னொன்று வந்து they did another blunder which was uh, when Hadjar had a DNF, they said Max Verstappen. So yeah, that was a lot of heart attack for a lot of people, I think. Will Max be able to bounce back easily? Easily. I think Max is the kind of person who will easily try to maximize every weekend result. அதனால லைக் யூனோ போன வாரம் வந்து இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் அ ஒன் ஆஃப். அவர் வந்து அன்ஃபார்ச்சுனேட்டாக கிராஷ் ஆகிட்டார். யூனோ லைக் யூனோ T20லேருந்து 6th வரைக்கும் வந்திருக்கிறார்ல. ஸோ ஐ ஜென்யூன்லி பிலீவ் மேக்ஸ் வில் டெஃபினெட்லி பவுன்ஸ் பேக். தட் ஷுட் நாட் பி அ question at all. uh, so someone is saying I நீங்கள் வந்து ஃபார்முலா தமிழன் இல்லையா, ஒரு ஃபார்முலா மலையாளி பேஜ் கூட அவசியம் தானே. You know, my dad speaks Malayalam. I don't speak a bit of Malayalam, but I mean, I understand Malayalam, but I can't speak Malayalam, so I really can't make. Yeah. Does Russell make the jump start? Yes, I saw a bunch of reels. Okay, let me do this. I've been wanting to check on the news. Russell jump start. Australian GP 2026. I kept hearing that did Russell false start? Here is what the FIA rules say. Okay. A brief roll forward by Russell before the lights went out sparked discussion. Did the eventual race winner commit a false start? The fact is that when the light sequence began to the signal at the start, Russell on pole position rolled slightly forward. This is shown by a footage from his onboard camera. The front wheels move. However, when the signal to start appears, 5 rate goes, Russell is once again completely stationary and begins from a standstill. Rules provide clear, possible for defined when the spotting regulations are during any standing start or standing start. A stationary allocated grid for a period of after the red light is illuminated and before the star is given as defined as by position in the allocated grid position on the star in such a way that transponder is able to detect the moment. So position in the at the sole discretion a 5 second with 10 a drive through penalty imposed on any driver. Okay, how the situation read for does not count as okay. It does not count as an early or a false start because from the moment the third illuminates, Mercedes once again is completely stationary. There is no indication in the field be extended beyond the lines of starting his box. Okay, that makes sense. Basically இது வந்து ஃபால்ஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் இல்லை அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கிறாங்க. லைக் திஸ் இஸ் ஃப்ரம் அ credible source, I think motorsport.com, and they have quoted the rules as well. Basically அந்த 5 ரெட் லைட்ஸ் வந்துட்டு அந்த 5th லைட்டுக்கும் அந்த 5th லைட் அணையிறதுக்கு லைட்ஸ் அவுட் இன் அவே வி கோ ரைட், அந்த 2 கேப்புக்குள்ளே தான் மூவ் பண்ணக்கூடாது. இந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் 5 லைட்ஸ் வரும்போது லிட்டில் மூவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் அலவுட் ஆஸ் பர் த ரூல். ஸோ yes. Did someone spam anything? Okay, it's okay. So Russell technically did not jump start, and that's why he got away with without getting a penalty. Where in the questions? Let's see. Continue doing the same, bro. Doing good. Maybe you can speak about the legacy of great drivers under a minute and upload. Yes, I keep doing it every now and then. See, the thing is, season நடக்கும்போது லைக் சீசனில் வந்து ஏகப்பட்ட டிஸ்கஷன் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுனால லைக் வெரைட்டி ஆஃப் கான்டென்ட் வந்து கொடுக்கறதுக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். லைக் யூ cannot டாக் அபவுட் லைக் இட்ஸ் நாட் யூ cannot டாக் அபவுட், ஏன்னா ஏகப்பட்ட விஷயங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி பேசுகிறது இருக்கும்போது ஐ ஆல்சோ ஹேவ் லிமிட்டட் டைமில். சி இன்னைக்கு நான் காலையில் 9 o'clock I left home. Before 9 I recorded the reel. I edited the reel whenever I got free time in office. I posted it at 6. I came home at 8:30, and 8:30 to 9:30 dinner சாப்பிட்டுட்டு 9:30 I started setting up the room and like setting up the stream, and next 2 hours வந்து I'm going to be online, right? So I like day job இருக்கும்போது like all of this becomes very difficult. Like I wish I can do 3 reels a day, but I don't generally get time. Edit பண்ணுறது தான் வந்து ரொம்ப difficult. See, it's very easy to do the research, set up the camera and speak. Editing is very very tough. So அதனால தான் like I don't make a lot of content about the past drivers and all, ஏன்னா already there is enough to talk about during the week, right? இன்னைக்கு I've done the engine reel today. அடுத்து நாளைக்கு வந்து ஐ எம் திங்கிங் ஐ வில் டூ சம் ரெட்புல் ஃபோட்டோ டம்ப் அந்த மாதிரி ஏதாவது போடலாம் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அண்ட் இமீடியட்லி நீங்கள் வந்து வென் இஸ் த வீக்கெண்ட் கைட் அப்படின்னு கேட்பீங்க. ஸோ வெனஸ்டே வீக்கெண்ட் கைட் வந்துடும் சைனீஸ் ஜிபிக்கு. ஓகே, தேர்ஸ்டே ஐ வில் டூ சம் ரீல் அபவுட் ஃபேக்ட்ஸ் அபவுட் சைனீஸ் ஜிபி அல்லது ஏதாவது. அண்ட் ஃப்ரைடே ஐ வில் ஹாவ் டு டூ த ப்ராக்டிஸ் செஷன்ஸ். அதெல்லாம் எப்படி ப்ராக்டிஸ் செஷன்ஸில் உள்ள டிஸ்கஷன்ஸ், ஐ ஹாவ் டு வாட்ச் த ப்ராக்டிஸ் லைவ். அதுக்கப்புறம் சாட்டர்டே குவாலிஃபையிங் இருக்குது. குவாலிஃபையிங்கை பற்றி இஃப் தேர் வாஸ் சம்திங் இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் ஐ வில் மேக் அ ரீல். சண்டே ரேஸ்க்கு அப்புறம் ரீல். சி எவ்ரி டே தேர் இஸ் சம்திங் பிளான்ட் ஃபார் த வீக் அப்படிங்கிறதுனால. ஸோ யூஸ்வலி இந்த ரேஸ் வீக்ஸ் வந்து ரொம்ப பிஸி ஆகிடும். பட் ஐ வில் டெஃபினெட்லி புட் மோர் கான்டென்ட் அபவுட் ஓல்ட் ஸ்கூல் டிரைவர்ஸ், ஓல்டர் பேட்டில்ஸ், அதெல்லாம். சரியா? Thoughts on F1 Academy this year? Last year was good with Doreen Penn and Maya Wung. See, I still need to follow F1 Academy a little more closely. So, official thinking partner of Atlassian Williams Cloud AI will be integrated across the entire organization. Oh, boys and girls, look who is in the chat. Our very own Formula One content in India on Instagram. The OG Butt Tech is sitting over there in the chat. Say hi to Aditya Butt, everyone. He is the OG. I started following him in 2021 and 2022. 2022 I used to like listen to him explain porpoising, and I remember like he was making content, and at the time he was 32 or 35k followers, and I was working at Meta, so I was like, oh shit, like I need to follow this person. So yes, editing is the worst. I agree. Talk about Charles Leclerc. Okay, let's talk about Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc got married and he broke the hearts of half the women. I'm just joking. Charles Leclerc had a very, very good start. I think that we should take that start with a pinch of salt. I believe Mercedes, I know later we found out, had zero battery. Russell had zero battery. So maybe Adanala, our start la vandu Charles Leclerc looked like, he just flew away in the first corner. If Russell kaila charge irundaduna, we may have seen a different race start. Looking forward to Chinese GP and sprint. Yes, this will be our first sprint race of the year. How was your live experience, my friend? Dream 11 Aditya. Okay, shout out to my friend Aditya. He's going live every now and then on Dream 11. So definitely go check him out. Adi, all big, the heavyweights of Formula One India content is hanging out in the chat today. Old F1 cars were smaller, so overtaking and turning into Monaco was easier. But modern F1 cars are so much bigger, making overtake impossible. So why does Monaco still continue instead of moving? I think Monaco is too huge of a race for it to be easily moved. I think a lot of money F1 earns by being at Monaco because technically it is a lot of people's home race, not just for Charles Leclerc, because most of them stay in Monaco. Adu mattum illa, I think if there is any one track that holds that much importance when it comes to traditions, I think Silverstone could be one, Monza could be one, but Monaco is definitely one. So it'll be very difficult to even like for FIA to think, okay, let us replace Monaco. That is definitely not happening. But this year the cars are smaller. Adu mattum illa, the mandatory 2-stop rule also has gone to the bucket. So let's see if this year's Monaco race is any interesting than last year's snooze fest. Will the compression ratio advantage of Mercedes end in July with the changed rules checking? My friend, it doesn't end in July. It starts in June 1st. I think June 1st onwards, this FIA are going to measure it at 130 degrees or something like that. Yes, I don't think... See... Toto Wolff for the confidence apparently. Like if a man is this confident looking into the camera and smirking, I'm pretty sure he's not worried about FIA finding, this is an illegal engine and banning it. Okay. If that is the case, 5 teams on the grid need a change in engine, right? Because it's technically the same engine. So I don't believe changing that rule from Jan 1st, Toto has to worry about anything. Why can't we able to see lots of overtakes in the second half like the first half? See, I understand the first few laps were a lot more overtaking focused, and the second few laps were kind of like, the race settled down. But isn't that how almost 90% of the races, even without this current regulations, work? போன வருஷமும் like you will have all of these changes happening, like lead changes அதெல்லாம் நடக்கும். But after a certain point in the race, the rest of the race, literally we are all waiting for a safety car so that the race becomes interesting again, right? So that is not the problem of the regulation. I still believe, yes, every Formula One regulation over the last few years, this has exactly what happened, which is after the initial chaos and after the first few pit stops and changes, the race kind of settles down and everybody goes into their own strategy and they just settle down in their own race. Maybe like fifth place and sixth place there might be one battle. Ninth and 10th ஒரு battle இருக்கும். 10th and 11th like there could be DRS trains, like all of that. See, eventually this is what happens. So I don't think that, like, it is not fair to expect wheel to wheel racing like the first 20 laps to go all the way to 40 or 50 laps. I don't think any regulations gave us that intense of a racing, at least in my memory of after starting to watch Formula 1. Eventually the race kind of settles down, and unless there is like a safety car or like some kind of switch up. Okay, yeah, F1 is not happening in Africa. Your thoughts on ignoring continent? But see, remember I made that point about Arvid, right? I saw one argument online which really made me think. See, Lewis Hamilton technically is British, okay, but he is a very massive proponent of being inclusive in Formula 1, especially for representation of people of color, right? Third, he's been one of the biggest vocal proponent of having a race in Africa, right? If a person born and brought up in England, British, like territories, if he can speak for some other continent, why are we offended when a literal person whose mom is Indian, whose grandparents are Indian, why are we offended that he is trying to show himself as Indian? He does have Indian roots. Okay, so I mean that's besides the point, but yes, I do wanted to make that point. Second, I saw the question was Lewis Hamilton and Africa. I think South Africa had a track, right? What is that track called? I'm not sure. Yes, I think it's called Kyalami Grand Prix Circuit. I don't know when was the last time they raced over there. Let me open Wikipedia. Formula 1. I think the last time Formula 1 raced over there was in the 2009 to 15-ish era. Is that correct? South African Grand Prix. 93 varikida. Sorry, I don't think it came to the 2000s, or else I would have remembered. Yeah, 93 da வந்து கடைசி they raced in South Africa. I think South Africa has a track, and there is definitely a push, at least from support from Lewis Hamilton's side, to have a race in Africa. Guys, don't spam. Yeah, it's okay. I think Ferrari drivers are great in this season, but the strategies, my friend, yes, strategies have never been the strength of Ferrari. But you never know. Broken clock is also right 2 times. One fine day they will cook with a strategy and we'll all look like idiots. Yes, Kraslin, yes, you were right. Last race on the 90s la da. See, I think Red Bull have done a really good job on being the first time around manufacturing it, but I hope they improve their pure reliability like Honda. See, I cannot I cannot overstate how impressive Red Bull as a drinks company getting into like manufacturing is. And நிறைய பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, oh, it's a partnership with Ford powertrains, like, see, it is technically, yes, a Ford powertrain partnership, but you have to think of it like a business point of view, right? Let us say today I have no clue about, let us say, calculus in mathematics. Seriya? So I don't like to sit in a math class and learn calculus because it is really, really boring. Integration and differentiation, I hate it. Seriya? So what I do is I make a good friend. I meet a friend who is really good at calculus. I hang out with him. I learn from him, and eventually I can start doing calculus on my own. Right? That's exactly what Red Bull have done. They had a partnership with Honda. They learned how to make an engine for Formula One. And when the new regulations came up, they were like, you know what? Honda are not interested any longer to continue. We need a different partner. And Ford looked like they were looking for an opportunity to come into Formula One. Good, but by the time that Red Bull Ford powertrain collaboration happened, it was already 2025. So the engine development started in 2024. So all hats off to Red Bull. They have done a phenomenal job. Another really impressive team has to be Audi. Audi was also, they were in points. Bortoleto was in points. So, like, I think engine manufacturers were cooking, right? For a American company, Cadillac, I think that's a, um, um, yeah, I think they were the only people struggling in the race, and obviously Aston Martin. But I think this engine manufacturers have been like doing really, really good, especially Red Bull. Yeah. But Audi isn't. Audi has. Let me fact check this before. Uh, has Audi ever made an engine ever in Formula One? No, right? Ferrari have made engines for Formula One. Mercedes have made engines for Formula One. Ford has made engines for Formula One. It's not their first time. Okay, they used to have the Cosworth engines, I think. So basically, Audi is impressive because this is their first time itself in Formula One, right? They are brand new in Formula One, so that is a very, very big deal. Both the international circuit, is it coming back? I think mostly, I would say 2030s may we will have it. I really hope so. I really, really want to, because I've been to the Budh International Circuit. It's a beautiful circuit. It has good corners. Um, I think the drivers will love it. It has all the accreditations and everything. So just like, hopefully by 2029 or 30, 31, 32. Yes. Like, see, without the, okay, this is a very interesting question, sir. Without the battery deployment, what is the maximum speed a 2026 F1 car can go with engines only, right? So நீங்கள் போன வருஷம் உள்ள ஸ்பீடில் வந்து 20% குறைச்சிக்கங்க, and that is the speed at which you can you can say that like an engine will, like, so என்னோட calculation வந்து I'll explain. Okay, let's see if we can, let's see if I can share screen and make a, okay, I have a Google sheet here. Okay, let us say போன வருஷம் வந்து we had like power which is 1.6 liter ICE engine. சரியா? Is it big? Let's zoom in a little more. Right? அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த MGUK gave around, or let us say instead of MGUK, let's just say electrical power. Okay, so this was 80% and this was 20%. percent, right? This was in 2025. Now in 2026, this has become 50%, or like instead of percentage, let's do something else, okay? KOH of 2026 F1 PU. Okay, roughly 400, right? 400, I'm right. So 400, it's not a percentage. Shit. Right? This used to be 120. சரியா? This is in kilowatt hours, kWh. Okay. Same kWh. சரியா? So this is the same. ஏன்னா the ICE unit like 1.6 literல வந்து நிறைய changes இல்லை. This has become 350, right? So basically you in total had oh shit 11 and 10, right? Why is this giving an error? Piece of sum of, yes, yeah, right? So basically this is the total power, right? What if I were to take a percentage of this? It is around 75%, right? 77%. Let's put it as 77%, right? 77% of போன வருஷம் power வந்து ICE unitல இருந்து வந்ததில்ல. So yeah, you can do that calculation. If this engine power was not there, this would be the power. So you can say the car will be 77% as fast as today. I know, simple question because I took out the spreadsheet, but yes, that is the answer. And upon also, it only mattered like what 25%, the electrical power. In the Orsho, it matters a lot. Looks like I accidentally walked into a work call. Yeah. See, MGUH was also there. MGUH actually was a heat recovery thing, right? Like that's why it's called H. H stands for heat. Right? And how much was the contribution? Let's look at that as well. How much was MGUH contribute? Forgive my English. Contributed to power in 2025 F1 cars. Forgive my English, but yeah, that also gave another. So this is MGUK, okay? MGUH, I don't think MGUH. Wait. Why am I not? Let me do this. Let's do this in Gemini. Gemini may have a good. I mean, I understand that MGUH was the kinetic energy record, but how much did it? How in terms of percentage? I'm not sure how much. I think it is included in the MGUK's output. Ah, okay. See, I think the entire reason for MGUH to exist is to uh, eliminate the turbo lag. So I don't think it added any additional um, additional power to the unit. All additional power came from the battery, which was charged by the MGUK. Yes, hopefully that clarified. Yes. Can you also battery component varieties which per team per driver can use? Yes, I think battery, the big bulk batteries are 2 and MG UKs I think 4, just like last year, and the rest of the engine PU units are exactly like last year if I'm not wrong. Yes. MGUH is costly also. Will Bahrain and Saudi GP get replaced by some other tracks? I am not sure, my friend. I am also, uh, uh, I'm also keeping an eye out for the news. I will keep you all posted, I guess, when the news bombshell is dropped. Ayo, forgive my use of the word, but yes, when the news drops, I will keep you all posted. Does Russell make a jump start? No, he did not. He rolled, that is correct. But for Formula One rules, the jump start is explained between the fifth red light and light going out. That is what is called as a jump start. Not any movement before that, unless it doesn't exceed the grid limit, grid lines. It is all fine. I'm sorry for the bombshell word. Is Red Bull also using the compression ratio advantage? The last report about compression ratio was that um, uh, like I think Mercedes had a more like the compression ratio had more impact on Mercedes engine than Red Bull engine. That was the last report I read. But there is definitely one aspect of Red Bull's engine as well. They also tried at least to take advantage of the Mercedes, compression ratio trick. So yeah. What's your take on our reigning constructors, McLaren MCL40 got that Merc PU juice, but probably Lando faced some software issues? Yes, yes, yes. So there is a lot more to just having the same power unit. There is engine mapping, there is like your own car setups, there is tire strategies. Everything else about racing is still the same. So just because you got a better engine doesn't imply that you will be as fast as Mercedes. There is a lot more, especially on the software side of things, there is a lot more, 100%. The impact of driver aids like DRS or hybrids or pure driver skill, how much of these technologies overshadow a driver's ability? Should F1 return to traditional driving skills? See, I think, again, this is a hot take. Um, uh, it's a it's never going to happen, at least in the Formula One series, because there are certain trends in the market that you have to adapt to, right? The popularity of electric cars in consumer market means a lot of people will definitely want to push in that direction, because that's what is happening in real life, right? I understand for drivers racing and the mother, like, see, Formula 1 also is about the technology, right? Yes, it is about drivers battling it out, but it is definitely also about technology. So when globally all technology is going in the direction of electric cars, I think you will have to adapt. And Formula One did that. So I think this is my hot take. I don't agree with the fact that Formula One went electric, but I'm just saying there is, if not this regulation, it would have happened next regulation. When I ain't Anderson gonna join RB? I am unofficially their employee. They don't pay me salary, but I am they don't even know I am employed. But yes, I am unofficially. Yeah, imagine bringing so much, imagine doing so much to bring Audi and General Motors into the sport and saying no tech, just race. Exactly, right? See, the sport also has to give space for auto manufacturers and other brands to shine as well, right? Exactly what happened in the first race. Mercedes is the talk of the town. Why? Because Mercedes can now go and plaster in every marketing material. We have the best electric hybrid car, right? Like it is like there is always going to be a business element to it, right? So, absolutely. Is Max in the contention? What about pace? Where do you say? Oh my God, so many questions. I look so young, except for gray hair. Oh man, I look so young, except for the gray hair. Is like saying, "Oh, you are very tall, except that you are 5'2". Unofficial team principle of Red Bull. Audi will win a race this year. See, Audi will get on the podium just like last year if some wet weather race has some freak accidents happening and we have like some weird safety car things and all. I don't think they are fighting. They are like the top of the midfield or like the second best in the midfield. Haas is also good. So, yeah, but podium chances may be there just like last year. But yeah, I'm not sure if they will win a race. Driver will face grid penalty if battery component is exit, because yes, there are only two battery storage units that you can use, battery stores you can use, and Russell already is on the second one. Yes. Have you saw the side mirror issues of Cadillac cars? They were just yes. um, will the race be interesting if cars are 70% main engine and 30% battery? See, I don't know if it will be any different from last. See, it will be exactly between last year and this year, technically. But we are now like 25% learn the 30%, and then now we are at 40% ish, right? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if we can go back to the previous generation. I know there is that V8 sound and V10s. Um, we miss all of that, but I'm not sure if we will ever get back those engines. Do you follow F2 as well? What do you think about, like, I did not watch the F2 race this year. I saw that Red Bull won. I think our Red Bull junior driver won, but I didn't I may or may not be biased towards the electric tech on the three pointed star. Are you working for the electric tech that is on the three pointed star cars, my friend? Why it is stop and go penalty for Colo, but last year it was 10 place penalty for race start infringement? Let me check. Is that the case? Okay. 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 Uh, why is stop and go penalty for goal last year? See, stop and go penalty and 10-second penalty is technically the same thing, right? Like if the 10-second penalty is served in the race, you go through the pit lane and the mechanics don't touch your car for 10 seconds and then you take the penalty. But if the penalty was given at the end of the race, or rather towards the end of the race, and there is no chance for a pit stop, it just gets added. So I think it's the same thing. Praveen, I hope I answered your question. Checo versus Liam Beef. Yes. They are no longer fighting for each other's seat and they're still fighting. Equal engines for everyone. Yes. Fernando's quote. I understand Fernando might be, yeah, I don't know what is, like, the heartbreak that must be in, like, Fernando's, like, I don't think there has been a more unlucky driver than Fernando, my friend. I think 2012 was the last time he had any fun driving in the top. I think after that it has been trash cars after trash cars for him. After the budget cap was introduced, what kind of long-term impact has it had on teams R&D, especially when smaller teams are starting to challenge bigger teams? See, the cost cap definitely had a big impact because, see, today, let us take Red Bull also for them. Like, I understand they are not a small company, but uh, having a cost cap helps you challenge global consumer automobile giants like Mercedes, right? So definitely cost cap helps companies like Haas. I know it's been a long time coming, 10 years into the sport, but today they are in the top 10. Top 10, their drivers are in the top 10, sometimes scoring double points. Like that Haas is even like, they are not even an automobile, they are a precision manufacturing company, precision metal uh, component manufacturing company. So definitely, yeah, it's all because of the cost cap, or else you will only have like the big companies like Mercedes, Audi, and BMW, maybe, like if it ever comes into the sport. Yeah. It's Cola Pinto and go penalty. I know, I saw that. What's your thoughts on 2026 cars in Vegas, Monza, Spa, etc.? I don't know when the cars go driving there. We will see. I also Jeddah. Jeddah also is proper long fast circuit, right? So I don't know. Uh, who do you think is a better team principal, Lauren Mekies or Christian Horney? Yes, I do believe it is Lauren Mekies. Uh, Clearly, because last year the team was struggling, and suddenly, it seemingly when Mekies came in, like the team, like Max Verstappen started winning all of a sudden. So, yeah. Also, I have a guest in my room. Come say hi, everyone. Woo. Say hi, Autumn. Hi. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. Woo. See, that is you on screen. Chicka chicka chicka. Dude, my Instagram feed is full of that audio with just jinka chika jinka chika. Yes, hi Autumn. Yes, her name is Autumn. Roscoe came to life. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's go through some more questions. What do you think about Hadjar DNF? Unfortunate, again, reliability issues. As per Hadjar, there were so many things that were wrong with the car, and it just had to stop. So again, Red Bull have reliability issues, but I'm sure they will fix it. I hope they fix it, and it should be fine in the next couple of races. Yes, is reliability becoming a concern for, like, it's just one race, my friend. So yes, one race they broke down, but I don't know if it is going to become a concern. China, if they break down and Max or Hadjar crash, then yeah, we'll know that it is a problem with the car. But yeah. Did you watch Drive to Survive? Yes. I watched the full season on my way back from Delhi. Uh, yeah, it's a good. Yeah, it's a good series. I like Drive to Survive. I've always liked Drive to Survive. I am not one of those uh, people who are like, oh, don't be a Drive to Survive fan. My friends, you have no idea what Drive to Survive has done for Formula One. Okay, we never got to see so much of personalities of drivers and all. You can say, oh, now they are all acting, they are all doing all of this, they are making all of that. I like to watch anything that has Formula One in it, and I liked Drive to Survive. So yeah. Um, Honor is trying to sneak into Alpine. You know what is the funniest thing that I found out? You know who are all the current stakeholders at um, of Alpine? This was the biggest surprise for me. Okay, um, it is Ryan Reynolds and Trent Alexander-Arnold. How many of you are Liverpool fans, football fans? If you knew, you'll know Trent Alexander-Arnold. He is playing for Real Madrid, but he is a Liverpool boy. Yeah, like random people, random collection of people who hold stake in Alpine. Like Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, has a stake in uh, Alpine. Yeah. Upcoming fan code live நீங்க பண்ணுங்க commentary. uh, see, I can't do commentary, my friends. I say the wrong things. நீங்க என்னோட if you see my reels or like the number of attempts that I do, actually, you know what, I'll show you all. Your Madrid star. Yes. Yeah. See, whenever I record a reel, right, I'm like, in the varam, like, let us say I am acting like I'm making a reel, okay? This is how I usually record. I'm like, I do this in front of the camera, and then I'm like, okay, 3, 2, 1. இந்த வருஷம் 2026ல எல்லாமே பேட்டரி ஓகே டேக் 1, 2, 3 இந்த வாரம் and then I keep making mistakes, and it is, I cannot say one sentence straight without making mistakes. Okay, for a 3-minute reel, that recording file will be 15 minutes long. Okay. So I cannot do live commentary. I will fumble royally. So what is my age, brother? You know, it is so rude to ask another. I'm joking. I'm 34. I will be 35 in June. I'll be 35. Bro, if you see fan code Tamil commentary, you will know definitely why. asking. I don't know, but I don't watch Tamil commentary. I usually watch the F1 TV commentary. அதனால if Max start from P10 in Australian GP, would he have won the race? I think he would have finished in podium. I think the car had pace. Yeah. Both international circuit after 2030, I think there are lots of chances. Do try to watch in Tamil. You will hate it. Oh God. Can you do a YouTube watch along during China race? See, I don't mind doing, okay, but I won't be able to talk that much because I'm usually taking notes while watching because it helps me create content afterwards. So, அதனால தான் I'm like, I always feel reluctant to do a live because I'll be very distracted talking to you all, and then yeah, that's the only reason. Huh. Why did Hadjar have a DNF? I think there was a power unit failure, complete catastrophic failures. His battery was damaged, a lot of components were damaged, so he had to stop, and yeah, that's why he had a DNF. Reason for power unit failure, I wouldn't know. தீப்பிடிச்சு எரிஞ்சதுக்கு reason என்ன? I don't know, it got overheated, I don't know. Please add some contents for F1 Academy. See, I I wish I had time to do all of this. I really wish I had time to watch all of these races, watch F2 and F3 also. But I am a human. I have only limited time, and I'm also working, and I have a family. I have a wife who I need to spend time with. So if I had time, I will do all content every day. மூணு ரீல் ஒரு நாளைக்கு போட்டு தள்ளிடுவேன். But I really like I wish I had more time. Nothing and can top Crofty and Brundle's energetic voice. I absolutely agree, my friend. I think there was Murray Walker who was the iconic F1 voice, and then Brundle and Crofty joined in later on. Now, yes, they are old school for us, newer generation, but yeah, I don't mind. The F1 TV commentators as well. Jolyn Palmer and all are really good. Yeah. Many DNFs and frequent failures. See, in Pudu regulations, like it happens. It always happens. I remember first race in 2022 also. I think both Red Bulls DNF'd. அதெல்லாம் நடக்க தான் செய்யும். But eventually people will eventually, like, the teams definitely will figure out how to fix the reliability issue, and they'll be perfectly fine. So don't worry. Yes. Smaller turbo, bigger turbo. I don't think I have a comment on that. I'll have to do a little more reading on the turbo sizes to make any informed comments on that. Yes, Max is going to race. Yes. Oh, I'm supposed to make content on that also. God, Max வந்து 24 hour green hell Nürburgringல வந்து ஓட்ட போறாரு. I I definitely think that is something that we can all enjoy and watch. Yes. And அந்த அவரோட கார் வந்து மெர்சிடிஸ் கார் இந்த தடவை. And they've launched it today ஈவினிங் தான் லான்ச் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. எஸ். Yeah. What What do you think about Hamilton P4? Yes, Hamilton was happy with the race. See, I'm telling you, Ferrari, we shouldn't give up hope this year because Ferrari genuinely have a chance. We'll see. We'll see in the next race. Will FIA reduce battery 50? I don't think so, my friends. I don't think FIA is the kind of organization that changes so much. Knowing the current FIA, yes, I don't trust them, but changing that much in the middle of the season, I don't think it's going to happen. We are missing Daniel Ricciardo a lot. I think we have to move on, my friend. It is over. Finito, kalas. Khatam ho gaya. Yes. Ruth Buscom covered not welcoming on post is not welcoming on post race interview. Ruth Buscom. Interesting fact about Ruth Buscom. Okay, she follows me on Instagram. See, what comment are you specifically hinting at? I think she was very harsh on Ferrari for not pitting. Is that what you're hinting at? Which team do you think will finish last in constructors? Aston. I think Aston or Cadillac. Yeah. Where do you get to see 24-hour Le Mans live? I think you get to see it on, if not on Fan Code, I think it is on DAZN, DAZN. I remember DAZN was there. I think there is one more app. I saw some German commentary stream on YouTube. So there are multiple options, but I'll do a research on, like, where to see Le Mans, and then I'll get back to you. Yes. Bro straight to Aston, and then I think Aston. I know. See, they DNF'd twice in one race. Okay. It is not unfair to think that Aston is going to be the last this season. Yeah, it is not unfair at all. Will Ferrari Macarena wing help us? It's a gimmick. I think so. Because nobody talked about it after that. Like, 2 நாள் வந்து buzzword மாதிரி இருந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் எல்லாரும் மறந்துட்டாங்க அந்த wing. I don't think it was just an experiment. I think I'll be very impressed with Ferrari if they bring it randomly to one race. More entertainment for new fans. No, entertainment for old fans also. I also enjoyed. Not pure driving skill. See, define driving skill. Okay, this is my point in all of this, because what is driving skill? A driving skill is basically taking whatever equipment that is given to you and extracting the maximum out of it, right? Formula will and always has been a combination of racing as well as technology, right? When something changes, technology changes, the drivers have to adapt. So I won't say it is no longer pure racing. It is pure racing. It is expected for a driver to work with any equipment that is been given to them and maximize. See, I understand the feelings of slowing down to charge up the battery instead of pure racing. That fair enough, but when there is the same rules applied to every other driver on the grid, right? It is absolutely fair. Like, just because you have to charge the battery doesn't, like, it also means everybody else have to charge the battery, right? So I am absolutely okay with regulations. I don't think this is anti-racing at all. I know I'm a big Verstappen fan. I know Verstappen said anti-racing, but I don't think so. I think was like I think a lot of drivers are complaining because they are not winning, because Lando suddenly switched sides because he's not winning, so he's also switched sides. I know Verstappen has been talking about it for a long time, but I think he'll also change. Leclerc happy with that car? Yes, and no. He was happy with the car, but he was not happy with the race. Lewis Hamilton is definitely happy with the car. He wants to. He said he would have loved to race another 5 laps. Yeah. Last year I went to Singapore GP. It was my first real time experience, and it was great and unbelievable. And my man finished PSAM, so that was also my favorite. You know what? I still am yet to go to my first Formula One date, but I am happy for you, Arjun. Good. Singapore GP actually is one of my dream GPs to go visit. So yeah, definitely. Yes. Let's look at some other questions also, if there were any questions. Yes. I think most of it is the same. Most of it is the same things over and over again. Any other question? Are we seeing Genius Engineer biggest loophole in years? See, Genius involves loopholes. Okay, it's the same thing. Uh, Anyone who finds a loophole and exploits it is a genius, in my opinion. Is Haas collecting data from Toyota? I think it's the other way around. Toyota is collecting data from Haas. About Formula One specifically. But then I think Haas needs. See, they are not a. They are a precision tools manufacturing unit, if I'm not wrong. So I think they definitely need some racing team to back them up, and the Toyota Gazoo Racing. I think it's the best opportunity for them to improve on their racecraft, and, like, as a race team, how can they manage better all of that. Yes. Is this Max's last year in F1? Definitely not. Definitely not. And do you think Flavio treating Colapita was fair or not? I don't think Flavio being in Formula itself is fair. Formula One itself is fair. Man is a cheat. Man is in certain files, if you know what I mean. I don't get good vibes about Flavio, but he has won multiple championships as a team principal. So yeah, I think he has his influence in the paddock. He has his influence in the Formula One economy, but I don't like him at all. Not my. Yeah, I get very weird vibes from him. Why do you all ask questions like as if you are interviewing, like, the FIA president? Like, with F1 pushing for sustainability and synthetic fuels, can it realistically remain the fastest motorsport? Like, I don't know, my friend. Like, I really don't know. I hope it remains the fastest. Sorry, I hope it remains the fastest motorsport. Uh, Yeah, Jonathan Wheatley. That episode showed such good contrast between Briatore and Jonathan Wheatley. Their managing styles, right? Like one is a very loving, nurturing person, and the other is just an AH. Yeah. Yes, this is the first sprint race weekend in the season, so it should be fun. It should be good. I should run for president. Which rule would you amend if you were FIA president? I I don't know. I will remove penalties for swearing. That is the one rule that I will amend. I will let everyone use every swear word because it is hilarious. So yeah, that will be the one change that I will make. Which GP are you looking forward to the most? I'm looking forward to Jeddah this year. I'm looking forward to Monza. I'm looking forward to um, Silverstone. Yes, I'm looking for a lot. See, I think there is not a single race weekend that I am not looking forward to. Okay, so yes, proximity chat for drivers. Yeah, that also is like Schumacher or Senna. I don't know. I didn't watch much of Schumacher or Senna. I watched Vettel and Max Verstappen. Yeah. What are the what are your thoughts on the work done by Mercedes Formula One teams after the wheel? That's amazing, no? But can I say another thing? I think um, after seeing a Formula One car in real life, they are built like Legos, and I'm not joking, right? The front wing and the front nose is just one unit. No matter how bad the damage is, you just remove the nose and fix a new one. Okay, it's like, okay, this section of the Lego is broken, we'll find the similar pieces and fix it, right? So yes, as long as any of the engines or suspension engines or transmissions or um, a- axles and gearbox are not broken, rear axles or gearbox is not broken, I think Formula One cars are pretty much remove, swap, and put it back together. So even after saying that, I'm saying that it is amazing that people fix these cars in like 3 hours. But yeah, Formula One cars are a lot more um, like modular than they look. Yeah. Good luck gonna go under rotation with Barca. What is happening? A fastest toy car with millions worth. Yes, pretty much. Do you think it is boring? It has always been boring. Monaco has always been boring, my friend. I think lately, after in the 2000s onwards, it has been boring. Um, uh, just that unless there is a crash, which we shouldn't always hope for a crash because it is dangerous. But if a GP becomes interesting only if there is a crash, then it is a boring GP in my book. Fernando Alonso has the talent, my friends. I think P16 to P10 definitely is like superb, but yeah, car decided to do its thing. Yeah. Williams, I think Williams are overweight right now. Williams, once they fix their overweight issues, basically they need to make the car even more lighter. Once they finish that, I think it'll be like brilliant. They because they have the Mercedes PU, they'll figure out a way to also balance things out, I guess. But yeah, for now, yeah, for now, Williams are overweight and they still need to fix their weight issues. Yeah, was speaking about Spa going to be in rotation with the Barcelona tag. Oh, okay. When you say Barca, I thought of Barcelona from football. Okay. Who's a good strategist according to you? I think um, top three would be James Vowles, Hannah Schmitz. Um, third, I don't. I think both of them are like insane strategists. Yeah, it's a good track for quali. I absolutely agree, Ryder. Um, See, Monaco is a good track for qualifying, but qualifying happens the day before. Race is boring, right? Nobody is questioning because qualifying again, it's a street circuit which is very difficult to drive in. Margins, I'm sure drivers enjoy. See, this is the opposite of the Australian GP, right? Viewers enjoyed, drivers didn't. Drivers enjoy the qualifying in Monaco, viewers don't enjoy the race. So do you see Russell moved before lights out? Same reason Kimi Anil got time by, but FI didn't notice. See, Russell moved in the countdown to the five lights. If he moved between the fifth light and the lights out, that's when you get a penalty. Yeah. There are 120 OT compared to what does that mean the new rules are easy passes? See, last year 45 was also during a wet race. Let's remember that. Okay, yes, having these many overtakes are could you can call it easy passes. There is no overtake in Formula One is easy. Let's be very real, okay? But yes, considerably a lot of back and forth like top 5 order வந்து ரொம்ப சேஞ்ச் ஆயிட்டே இருந்தது. Like I think considerably yes uh, they were good passes. They were like relatively easier passes, but see 45 last year was in wet conditions. Wet conditions you always have a lot more overtakes than usual, right? So on an average it used to be 23 or 25 overtakes. Okay, from there to 120 on a dry race is huge. Okay, so that definitely is worth thinking about. Yeah, I've definitely met Karun. We spoke for 5 minutes. I have it in video. I will be posting the interview very soon. I think it'll be mostly after China because we have a week before we post another thing. So we have a week before the next race. So I think it'll be in that week I'll post. Um, what do you think will who what team do you see? What team do you think will win the World Constructor Championships? Probably Mercedes, I guess, because they seem to be on a pretty good roll. Yes. What else? Did Kim Kardashian equalize the curse of Ferrari? Who knows? Let's wait and see. Start is good. Ferrari's start is always good. They just ruin the ending most of the time. So Oscar's crash again, unfortunate software error plus a little bit of driver error also. Driver, I don't think you can call it an error because he was just warming up his tires, I think. But he got 100 kilowatts worth of power when it should not have been. That is one third of the battery, basically, right? So, yeah, that's unfortunate for Oscar. What about Carlos Sainz? again, Williams needs to fix their overweight car, and then we can talk about Albon and Carlos, because they were nowhere in the race. They were like just sitting behind. They had so many things going wrong. Their batteries weren't in the right window charging and all of that. So yeah, we hopefully next few races they'll do better. Yeah, Vowles is too ambiguous. Like he literally dumped the 2025 cars for 20, but then ended up being overweight and failed in crash test. Same with Aston. I think both of them spent so much. I think Vowles spent so much of research and development. Aston spent so much of money getting Adrian Newey all for 2026, and it's been a bad, like bad deal till now. Um, if Sainz chose Alpine instead of Williams, he might be in the top position. What's your comments now? No, I don't think so. Williams is a better run team than Alpine at the moment. So I think I would have preferred Sainz and Williams anyway. Cause of, both Max crash and Oscar crash, same reason, same software reason, but different way they crashed. For Max, it was because of a rear lock, whereas for Oscar, it's because his engine got too much power because of the software issue. Yeah. I know you're a Max fan, but I have never seen you commenting on 2021 Abu Dhabi, and you will never see me comment on Abu Dhabi 2020 again. Also, I will remain silent about Abu Dhabi 2021. Do you remember the first F1 match you saw and winner? I don't remember. I think it was sometime in 2010. I think Vettel won, I think. But yeah, it's been a while. First rule of Fight Club, never talk about Abu Dhabi 2020. I'll tell you how I felt watching Abu Dhabi 2021. Okay, so I have all my. I think we were 6 friends on Discord. Okay, on one side, and we were watching. I was watching F1. It was the middle of COVID, and uh, I'm watching, and we watched the race start, and we were like, okay, is Max going to win? No, because Hamilton just took off after the first turn. And then um, we were like, you know what? Hamilton champion, 8-time world champion, it is gone. So we all disconnected from Discord. Okay. So I'm still watching, but we are like, you know what, Hamilton went. And then when the crash happens, and then suddenly Max pits and he's come out of the pits, and then suddenly, safety car is slowly going, and then we figured out there is one lap of racing left. I remember thinking, oh shit, like I need to call all my friends because they've all stopped watching. Like, dude, like this shit just got interesting. And then I was typing when Max overtook, okay, that late breaking overtake, and I'm like, my hands are shaking, dude. I didn't know what to type, okay. I was like, what am I watching? What is happening? And then Max was weaving in the straights to break the toe, and Lewis comes back at him, and then you have the no Mikey, this is so not right, and all of that. I was like fuming at the same time. I was like, what is happening? And then I remember smacking my table and thinking, yes, Max Verstappen. And then I remember plastering on Instagram everywhere, Max is the goat and all of that. But yeah, that's how I reacted. My opinions about the 2021 have changed a lot significantly later on, but I will not talk about it. Yeah. Latifi, the goat causing drama. Yes. No, Mikey. No, Mikey. Yes. uh, Prediction for Chinese GP. I think Chinese GP. I think it'll be George, Max, and Kimi. I think uh, that should be interesting. Or George, Max, Charles, George, Max, Hamilton, Max, George, Hamilton. I don't know. I think I wish we had a mixed podium where all three drivers are three different teams. I don't see it happening without a DNF from Mercedes. But Mercedes, see, the best thing about Mercedes in Australia was they executed the race flawlessly, right? You can't blame them for it. Like, they did not make a single mistake in that whole race, right? That's the thing that most teams are missing right now. You need to have flawless execution. Yeah. Boss, can you speak Massa verdict? Yes, that's another thing that I will probably make a separate reel on. I felt sad for Massa because man was genuinely robbed of his championship, and now it is proven and it has been taken to court. Yeah, poor guy. Is that Glock? Is that Glock? Is there any closed information you have in the Anderson Samuel files? It's all redacted, my friend. Redacted, redacted. George and Mercedes constructors and drivers championship. I think it looks like it. People can give good fight till the end, I guess, but Mercedes have built a monster. What about Team Audi's results? I think they'll be sixth or seventh. No, sixth. Sixth. I think they'll be sixth. They are a decent sixth place team, I think. Bro, should I run for FIA president? No, my friends. You know what? I will love to work for a Formula One team and maybe slowly become a little more influential in the team. I'm 35 now. How old is Toto Wolff? Let's look at it. Man is 54, huh? When did he start becoming a team principal? 12 years ago, right? So 44. I know, I have time, I think. I have time. I think in the next 10 years, if I make some good moves and get into Formula One, I think I will figure out my way to do some I'll do some politics and become a team principal of some community and of some team, and we'll have an Indian team with Indian drivers prioritized, and yeah, you know what? In fact, if an Indian team wants to get into Formula One, maybe like Tata or Mahindra is already there in Formula E. I would love to work for like a proper racing team, and in whatever way possible, like qualification. I'm a materials engineer, but I never practiced that line of work. I'm a business major. I don't mind working on the business side of things, but let's see. Among the F1 youth, who impressed you the most at the moment? Arvid Lindblad. I think man is a beast. He's a kid. I know he looks very mature on screen, but he looked like a puppy face. Like, he looked so innocent and he's 17, he's 18 now. Yeah, he's 18. When I met him, he's like so kind, very shy, and very nice guy. Very nice boy. Yeah. Force India team. I don't think I'll work with Vijay Mallya if he's the one. I don't want to report into him. Doesn't have a license yet, by the way. I know, but he doesn't have a driver's license. Will it be the same as 2014 for the WDC title? I don't know. I hope so. If Russell wins Drivers' Championship, Max finishes second, then Mercedes sign Max despite Russell's win. I don't think so. I think if Russell wins the championship this year, Max is not going to Mercedes again. Not again. I don't think Max will be considered for Mercedes because Kimi is also doing so good. Why would you want to like destroy two proven drivers and get an unproven driver in a Mercedes? See, Red Bull, like Max has only ever driven a Red Bull car. I don't know how it'll work with a Mercedes and all of that. So I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah. Aston will sign Max or Piastri. I don't think that might happen. Let's see. Let's wait and see. Any ideas on collab with Tamil F1 creators? I don't know many Tamil F1 creators to collab with, but see, I don't want to say it in a negative way, but I like a specific style of working. So that's another reason why I don't collab with a lot of people also, because yeah, my kind of content does not need a collab. With Kurta Guy, I did a collab only because I genuinely love him, in the sense like he's been a very good friend and we generally get along really well. So I wanted to do a collab with him. With other F1 creators also, I'm very hesitant to do collabs because it's just something that I'm very particular about in terms of like, this is how I will portray myself in content, right? Like I just feel that way. That's the reason why I don't generally go looking for. The other thing is people need to ask me for collabs also, no? So only a few people have ever asked me for collabs. So yeah. Only Ferrari shall put that move, not Mercedes. Are you from Tamil Nadu? Good question. I am from Tamil Nadu, Sonda Uru Tirunelveli, but I am not staying in Tamil Nadu. I am right now based out of Hyderabad. Meetup, I actually don't mind having a meetup. So I'm thinking maybe if you guys have any recommendations, I'd love to have somebody sponsor the meetup. We can't do it on our own money, obviously. Let us say if there is a watch party in some restaurant or like some party place, and there is good food, and before the race we can come early, we can do some chit chat and play some games and then watch the race together. I am more than happy to, man. I'll love to, in fact. All right, my friends. I think see, it is 11:57. I have 3 minutes. The two hours just went away in an instant. Thank you so much for hanging around and listening to me. I know there are some names in the chat. You have been there from minute one till now, um, and that's amazing. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you. We will keep doing these live sessions every now and then. Okay, we'll continue to chit chat. We'll do it more regularly. Every race also. If after every weekend we can do a catch up like this. But this has been a wonderful day for me. I really enjoyed, and I shall see you in tomorrow's content then, in the comment section. என்னோட ரீல்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் if you like it, do send it to friends. Do like, comment, share it, because last year I started at this time. I had less than 500 followers after the first weekend. I had like less than 100 followers after the first weekend. But it's all because of your support. I get to do this content. So I really, really appreciate it. Like I will see you in my comment section tomorrow. Okay. Adhikapro, I will come live mostly after qualifying or maybe after the race. We will see. We will see how my timings are. But thank you so much for sticking around, guys. Okay. Good night. Good night. Good night. See you. Bye bye.